Now, peers, that's members of the House of Lords, have suggested a change in the law so that the Duke of Sussex and Duke of York lose their stand-in status as councillors of state. Let's discuss this a little more with our royal reporter, Cameron Walker. Why does the King need stand-ins, first of all?
Right, so as councillors of state, the whole point being if the King goes abroad on a tour, or if he becomes ill, or if he becomes incapacitated and can no longer carry out his duties as King, councillors of state are effectively there on standby to carry out state's business. The most recent example of this taking place was when the then Prince Charles and Prince William stood in for Her Majesty the Queen at the state opening of Parliament earlier this year. Now, as it stands under the Regency Act 1937, which was amended in 1943, the councillors of state are the monarch's spouse and then the four heirs to the throne over the age of 21. So as it stands, the councillors of state are the Queen Consorts, Camilla, Prince William, Prince Harry, Prince Andrew, and Prince Andrew's oldest daughter, Princess Beatrice. Now, of course, lots of people are now raising the question, Prince Andrew, Prince Harry and Princess Beatrice are not working members of the royal family, so is this appropriate?
Yeah, and the papers have sort of put it as that Harry and Andrew sideline, but clearly it goes beyond that because this is a constitutional role as such. And if, for instance, the King and the Queen Consort are away on a foreign trip and something blows up, as governments have done in recent weeks, this is an essential constitutional role they have to undertake.
Well, exactly, and we are expecting the King and the Queen Consorts to travel abroad next year. There has to be two councillors of state carrying out duties of state. So therefore, yes, Prince William as Prince of Wales will clearly be involved, but that still leaves the question that the other councillors of state available are all non-working members of the royal family. So from my understanding, there have been talks over the last couple of months between palace officials and government ministers as to try and rectify the law to allow perhaps only working members of the royal family be councillors of state, which would lead the way for Prince Edward and Princess Anne to perhaps take up the rest.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask about the Princess role, because clearly she has been at the King's side during this time, Balmoral particularly, when the Queen was very ill. It was Princess Anne who was at the Queen's bedside and basically brought Prince Charles in, so, you know, a key role within the family.
Yes, and Princess Anne is currently in Africa. I believe she's in Uganda, undertaking a royal tour there, representing the monarchy abroad, representing Britain abroad. Unlike Prince Harry, who is in California, unlike Prince Andrew, who is dubbed kind of the royal dog keeper, as it were.
And binge-watching box sets was how the papers sort of painted it as well. I mean, is that a fair assessment, what Prince Andrew's doing at the moment?
Well, perhaps. We don't know exactly what Prince Andrew's doing, but what we know he's doing is keeping out of the spotlight.
Exactly.
It was a Labour peer whose name is Viscount Stansgate, who raised this issue in the House of Lords yesterday and was asking the question specifically about Prince Andrew and Prince Harry, whether it is appropriate, and I think we'll have to wait to see if any legislation starts to pass through Parliament in the next couple of weeks and months.
Yeah.